Le Bal Rouge is just 3 weeks away. This is the MUHC Foundation's signature fundraising gala, and it is sure to be a glamorous one with our Roaring Twenties Great Gatsby theme. Last year's gala raised a record breaking $2 million. This year, we're fundraising in support of the Montreal Chest Institute and respiratory care. The MUHC Foundation is thrilled to have four women co chairing the event, and that's the first time that's ever happened. One of the distinguished co chairs of the event joins me now. Sacha Haque is partner, general counsel, and secretary at Sagard. Thank you so much for being with us, Sacha.
Hi, Tara. Thanks for having me.
So, as a member of the MUHC Foundation Board of Directors, first of all, how long have you been on the board of directors there?
It's been seven wonderful years. I've really enjoyed my time on the board. Sadly,
Nice.
my term will be up next year, but it's such a wonderful organization, and I've really enjoyed that time.
That's so nice to hear. Now, as a board member, you get to see firsthand, some of the fascinating research that people's donations are actually funding. So tell us what it's like to hear from the doctors and the researchers about these projects.
Yeah, Tara, the MUHC is one of the top research and teaching hospitals in the country. And, the foundation or the support of the foundation, really enables an important part of that work. And the projects and the grant requests that doctors put forward, they're inspirational, and basically they're driving cutting edge research that directly impacts and changes the course of people's lives in medicine. So when I see how a project on paper, when funded, can effectively change someone's life, that's what really sort of inspires me to be, very close to this cause.
Yeah, that's a really nice way to say it. Now, what inspired you to accept yet another challenge and responsibility? You're going to be one of four co-chairs for this year's Bal Rouge. Why did you say yes to that request?
Well, look, it's a privilege. I was asked and honored, to really join these three exceptional women. It was really a no-brainer for me. It's an amazing event. I've attended the event every year. It's an exceptional cause, and the fact that I would get to do it with these three women, was a very, very compelling proposition.
It really is. And as a woman, I have to say it's amazing to see it because, I've seen, what do we go through now? Multiple galas, and it's never been in my history to see four women co-chair, and all four women who are like at the top of their field, who are inspirational to other women, sort of like for the first time ever. How did sort of that play into how you're seeing the event as being led by four, exceptional women, really?
Well, Tara, it's a milestone for us, right? I think we've
Hmm.
had certain years. We usually have a mix of men and women, but we've had years which are just men. They were very successful all around. But I think it's a nice milestone for us to have such exceptional talent, in the room at the board, and just surrounding the foundation, and supporting the foundation, that we were able to get the particular women. I mean, I'm excited about the three other women who are really very talented, and I think will bring a lot of energy to this event. All with different networks, and I think it's going to be a great evening.
So do I. I just want to sort of riff off of that idea. What I love about the idea that there are four women is that I'm a big proponent of if you can see it, you can be it, right? Like I love that expression because I really think it's true. Is that
Yeah,
sort of part
absolutely.
of how you feel that, you want to be inspiring younger women to see, look, here are four women at the top of their fields, like here you can see it, you can be it. Like do you sort of follow that ideology?
It's funny you say that, Tara. I definitely do. When I first started out in philanthropy, I was at a very young age. It was, I joined my first board when I was 19, and it was my first two
Wow.
boards actually. There were senior women who sort of sought me out. The first board, it was actually a professor at Marianopolis College who was my teacher who asked me to join the board of the South Asian Women's Community Center, and that's how I first got my experience. And it's been women in senior roles. The next one was a partner at the law firm I started my career at, that she brought me into, an organization, to join the fight against poverty as pertains to women. And so for me, it's like coming full circle to do this event with these women, because it's really a lot of inspiring women figures, senior figures in my life that initially brought me into this space.
I love that. It's so inspiring to hear that. I think it's just wonderful. We are speaking with Sacha Haque, partner and general counsel at Sagard, also a board member at the MUHC Foundation and one of this year's 4 chairs of Le Bal Rouge. Now, this event raises considerable funds, to a record-breaking $2 million last year. So you touched on it briefly, but why is sort of giving back philanthropy important to you in your life in general?
I think that it's very important to give back to the community. For me, it's always been something that I do alongside my career. I always have something on the go, and that's just paying it forward and giving back. I think as pertains to the hospital specifically, as I mentioned, the foundation enables like an important part of the work of the hospital. It drives cutting edge research, that impacts people's lives. It supports, the excellent patient care. And public budgets, as we know, are finite. And without the support of the foundation and the community at large, many ongoing projects and services would not be possible. And so there's a real impact. And I think it's important for people to choose their cause and something that they're passionate about. For me, healthcare is way up there on the list. I've done education, environment, governance, women's groups, but health has a particular place in my heart in terms of the direct impact. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So,
so true.
It's for me been a privilege to be a part of this.
That's great. Yeah, that's so true. You need the health more than anything else. What are you most excited about in terms of the night of the event? The gala takes place May 26th. What are you looking forward to most?
Well, if I can be honest, the party.
Mm-hmm.
The party, the band is phenomenal. The people, the energy in that room, Tarah. I mean, the energy in that room is always incredible. People are always having a great time. It's a Friday evening, so people, don't. It's not a very sort of corporate event where people feel like they need to leave early. So I've always really enjoyed the party, and of course, at the end of the night, after all of that, being able to have made a contribution to a very important cause in our community is definitely feels great.
What stood out for you about last year's Le Bal Rouge? Because that was the first gala since COVID. So there was 3 years where the gala didn't happen, and then all of a sudden the world started to open up again, and we held our first gala, and it was spectacular. What stood out for you?
Well, first, the fact that it was one of the first galas that we went to post-COVID made it extra special. I think, I loved hearing from the doctors about the impact of our contributions. I thought that was that really meant a lot to me, and I thought that it was terrific, the amount of people that we were able to get into the room, immediately post-COVID, to have such a wonderful event.
Amazing. Well, Will, we thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to not just be a part of the MUHC Foundation Board of Directors, but to have accepted to co-chair this wonderful event. We're really excited about it. Sacha Haque, thank you for everything that you do. I think it's amazing you did your first 2 boards at 19 years old. That's pretty
The first
pretty
was at 19, the second was at 24, I believe.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
I think my first one was like at 40. So I feel
well, I was lucky.
like I got it.
Tara, I was lucky. I had these women that, I don't think I would have done it on my own. I think, it was really the modeling that people did for me. And I think that was really what brought me in. And I think I was lucky to have, to come across these women and